So in this video, what we're going to do is look at how we divide with fractions. And in this first example, we'll do a nice diagram to kind of understand what's going on here. So we've got a fraction divided by a whole number. So in this sense, what we're doing, if we imagine a nice diagram, imagine a quarter. So here's our whole amount. And if I shade in one of those, then we have a quarter of it. Now, if we are therefore dividing that by 3, we're splitting it into 3 pieces. So I might consider splitting my shape into 3. And if I divide it by 3, one of those pieces, if I just shade that in there, like the double shaded area is just one of those. So I can tell you that the answer to this question, well, I've got 4 by 3 boxes. So 4 times 3 is 12. I have 1/12. So a quarter divided by 3 is 1/12. Now, there is an easier way to get to that result as well, and something we're going to keep applying. So when we divide by 3, what we're really doing is we're finding a third, right? We're finding a third of that original amount. So we can think of it as multiplying by a third. So what we can do is consider, perhaps a good technique would be to write the 3 in a fractional form. So a quarter divided by 3 is 3/1. And so what a good tip could be to save some time is to think, well, if I'm dividing by 3/4, it's the same thing as then flipping over that second number, writing the denominator on the numerator and the numerator on the denominator. So we've got actually a quarter times a third, because this technique is exactly the same as multiplication. So 1 times 1 is 1, and 4 times 3 is 12. So that technique is going to help us to get this answer quicker without the need for a diagram. So let's take a look at some further examples. So if I have 4 divided by 3, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to write 4 divided by, a third, is the same thing as 4 multiplied by 3, and or 3/1. And of course, that's just going to be 12. If I have 4 divided by 2/5, it's the same thing as 4 multiplied by 5/2. Well, 4 times 5/2, well, we times that numerator by the whole number, so it's 20/2, which can be written as 10. So some straightforward divisions now, okay, of 2 different fractions. Let's see the technique. So we're going to have 3/4 multiplied by 5/1. We're flipping that second number over. This will be 15/4. We need to make sure that we write this as a mixed number. So we say, how many 4s fit into a 15? Well, 3 full 4s do, and that would be 12. So we've got 3 left over. Our final answer is 3 3/4. Let's have a look at B. 5/7 divided by 2/3 is the same thing as multiplying by 3/2. 5 times 3 is 15. 7 times 2 is 14. So this is equivalent to 15/14, and that can be best written as 1 1/14. Okay, final example now, okay, is going to be 3/4 divided by 9/10, which is the same thing as 3/4 multiplied by 10/9. This will be 30/36, which in itself could be simplified down to 15/18, perhaps by dividing by 2. And look, we can do that again. We can divide them both by 3 to get 5/6, and that's going to be our final answer there. Now, just before we finish, let's have a quick look at an example where we've got some mixed numbers. So if I have 2 1/3 divided by 1 5/6, we can first of all do this by writing them both as top-heavy fractions. So we are going to have 2 1/3 written as 7/3. And this is being divided by, well, 1 5/6 can be best written as 11/6. Now, again, same technique. We're going to rewrite this as 7/3 multiplied by 6/11. So flipping over that second number. And so we are going to be left with, well, 42/11 over 33. 7 times 6 is 42. 3 times 11 is 33. Now, at this stage, we can rewrite this now as a mixed number. So we're going to have a 1, and then we need 9 more to get from 33 to 42. So we're going to have 9 over 33, and that's going to be our answer there. Okay, I hope this helps you to divide fractions.